Welcome everyone. Today I want to take a few minutes to talk with you about my portfolio, particularly what cryptocurrencies that I have been buying recently, what I'm not buying at the moment, and what cryptocurrencies I'm looking at entering a position on. Now before we get started, I just want to mention I'm not trying to pump my bags here. There's been a lot of people asking about, Lark, what's going on with your portfolio? And even though I'm not going to cover every single little aspect of my portfolio here today, I'm going to cover the main aspects of it and what my rationale behind that is. And also, I do want to mention, not financial advice. Do your own research. Just because I'm invested in, and I think that I see value in any of these different cryptocurrencies, or don't see value in any of these cryptocurrencies, I'm not you. You have your own ideas. I'm just sharing my opinions and thoughts on what matters to me. Now, let's start off with cryptocurrencies that I am buying currently. Number one, Cardano. I'm actually working on doubling my position on Cardano at the moment. I think that Cardano is doing amazing things, that in the next couple of years, Cardano is going to surprise a lot of people with the technology that they bring out. If you look at what they're developing, it's really outstanding tech. The way they're developing that tech with peer reviews should make it very, very robust. And of course, the people behind it, I have a lot of faith in them. So I have been doubling my position on Cardano. Under 3 cents was amazing. Under 10 cents, still a great buy. I think I will be buying Cardano all the way up until 10 cents, and I might chill out after that. But certainly, while it is under 10 cents, I will be continuing to buy Cardano and adding to my stack. Another big one that I have been buying a lot recently, although not so much in the past week or two, has been Stellar Lumens. I love what Stellar is doing. I think it's an amazing competitor to XRP and to Ethereum and to a lot of the other major blockchain competitors out there, just because of the ease of launching a token on Stellar, the fact that you have Stellar DEX, and of course the people behind Stellar Lumens, again, make it a very attractive buy at the current prices. There is more upside though for Cardano at the moment. Stellar's got approximately 2.5 to 3 times the market cap of Cardano right now, so there is more room for growth with buying Cardano, which is why I have been getting more Cardano instead of Stellar Lumens over the past couple of weeks. Next one, Elastos. Looking at the scope of what Elastos wants to do, it is a huge project that has a lot of potential. It has been cooking on the stove, so to speak, for many years, and they're finally starting to get these iterations out there and to make it happen for Elastos. And to see it have come down so much from the start of the year price-wise, the market cap is super low, the price per token is super low, and of course it is a relatively rare token, which I know a lot of people like that idea, but that is, you do have to look at it and realize that at $2 or $3 a token, just look at where it was, look at the potential for that growth again, and of course, maybe Elastos will sink into nothingness like all cryptocurrencies. But I honestly look at Elastos and I think that this has got massive future potential. And that much like when we saw EOS at 50 cents and was like, wow, that's a really cheap buy. And then you're able to get out of it at a later date. People are also going to look back on Elastos and go, wow, people were buying that for $2. That was crazy. Might be a similar situation happening here for Elastos. So I think it is a great investment at the moment. The next one that I'm looking at is Nexus. Now, Nexus is one that not a lot of people talk about very much, but I really like what Nexus is trying to do. I think that Colin Cantrell has been developing some amazing technology, and I think it'll be one of those cryptocurrencies that, again, really surprises a lot of people because it's such an under-the-radar project for so many people in the crypto space. So much attention gets put on, Cardano and EOS and all these bigger tokens, where something like Nexus might be one of those ones that just kind of comes out of left field and just surprises a lot of people. So I have been adding to that position as kind of a ride or die kind of coin for me. And because of that, I'm really happy to add in at these really low prices that we're seeing for Nexus currently. So I'm looking to double my position on that one as well. And the fifth coin that I'm buying at the moment is Bitcoin. The good old Bitcoin. Basically, why wouldn't I buy Bitcoin at these prices? It's very juicy, and look, you can go right down to the micro caps, and you've got a lot more potential for growth there and all these things, but I try to keep a larger percentage of my portfolio in the low risk category, if you can even say that about cryptocurrencies. But I do need to get some more Bitcoin put into my stack, so I have been acquiring a little bit of that recently. Not huge amounts, but I have been slowly and steadily adding into my Bitcoin stack at these levels as well. Now, what are the cryptos that I am not buying at the moment? Well, I want to start off with the ones that I'm not buying simply because I don't need to have any more of them. My bag, it's packed, it's full. I just don't need any more right now. Neo, Nem, Quantum, Zilliqa, Tomo Chain, a couple others as well, but those are the main ones that I'm really excited about. WAN Chain as well. I'm really excited about all these cryptocurrencies. I think they have a good potential future in terms of being able to deliver value and being robust blockchain ecosystems. But my bags are packed on those. I don't need any more of them right now. I'm cool. I'm chilling on those ones without a doubt. Ones that I'm definitely not looking to buy at the moment, though, are a lot of utility tokens. Now, we saw at the start of the year and late last year, utility tokens were super hot. You could go out and buy a utility token ICO, 5, 10, 20 extra money, any of that kind of stuff. The situation has changed quite a lot on utility tokens. So in terms of, unless I'm going to be using that utility token, speculating on them in the current market situation, I don't find very appealing. Personally, there are still some utility tokens that I do hold and I do like Power Ledger, for example. But even that has, been pretty brutalized in the current market. So I'm not looking to add any more utility tokens into my portfolio at this time. Another one that I am not buying, Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. I think the infighting that they've done, the effect on the community, I'm not supporting these coins. I don't support these coins. I know there's a lot of people out there in the audience who are listening to this right now who are going, Lark, you're crazy, but they're the real Bitcoin and all this stuff. You're entitled to your opinions. You're entitled to put your money where you like to put your money. Me personally, I'm not putting any money into Bitcoin Cash, and I'm not putting any money into Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. I don't believe in these projects, and after the divisive infighting and their total effect on the cryptocurrency markets, they don't deserve my investment. And so I'm not going to be investing in either of those cryptocurrencies. But I know that a lot of people out there are making a lot of money on the volatility on these cryptos right now, trading them. So my hat's off to those of you who are. And for those of you who are community members of those cryptocurrencies, I'm not trying to bash you guys. It's just not my cup of tea. And another one that I'm buying and not buying, we could say, or looking at and not looking at, ICOs. Now, a lot of people are saying the ICO is dead. I'm not so certain. A lot of ICOs have been smashed terribly. I invested in some ICOs mid-year. Some of those tokens are still locked up. Those tokens will probably be locked up for a very long time because they keep saying we're waiting for better market conditions. When you invested in, they were $500 Ethereum. And so that is a pretty harsh situation where the tokens are not released on time. I understand why the teams are doing this. They're trying to protect investor liquidity. But still, it's a tough pill to swallow for ICOs. But that being said, there are still exciting ICOs that are happening, like Dusk Foundation. Really, really, really cool what Dusk is doing. They're building an entire blockchain aimed at the security token industry. Cool. So there are still some great ICOs out there. We have Universal Protocol coming up pretty soon, which is an offering from the team at Uphold and Basic Attention Token coming together to make this sort of cross-chain transfer of assets and values. So there's still some really cool stuff there, but they're fewer and farther between. And I really have to be convinced in order to invest in an ICO. ICO investing in late 2017 was a very, very different game. Now, in terms of tokens that I'm looking at, or coins that I'm looking at, that I have not invested in yet, but I'm thinking of taking a position in, Tezos. That's one of them. I look at Tezos and I see a lot of things that I like. A lot of things that I like about Tezos. And if you could get 10,000 of those and, be able to bake your own coins, pretty cool. Haven't taken that position yet. Might not take that position. But I'm keeping an eye on it, especially if we see the markets going even lower and there's some insanely cheap buy price that I can't pass up, then I might take a position in Tezos. Privacy coins. This is one thing my portfolio really lacks, actually, is privacy coins. Now, I've got a decent stack of PivX, not enough for a masternode yet, but a decent stack of PivX nevertheless. I might add more PivX to my portfolio, or I might add a different privacy coin like Monero or Zencash or Horizon. Haven't decided yet, but I'm kind of actively looking at all of those, trying to decide if I want to take a position in one of them. Obviously, PivX has probably the most upside potential and is the privacy coin that I'm personally most excited about, although I do really appreciate the technology of Monero and Zcash. Another low cap, interesting one is Enigma. Might take a position in that. Maybe. It would be behind the others like Tezos and PivX, though. Where's the money going to come from? I don't know. I'm pretty tapped out at the moment. But there is a lot of opportunities in this current market. And I think if you can look at the markets as they are currently and go, this is a land of super awesome opportunity. Holy cow. Opportunity. That's all I see when I look at the markets these days. But I think that this is the time for accumulation. This is the time when you can look forward and say, hey, I'm able to pick up really cheap cryptos right now, more so than at any point during the year, basically, except maybe 2 or 3 days ago. But in general, this is an amazing time for buying if you think that the markets are going to be what these markets are going to be. I honestly feel that in 10 years, we're going to look back and go, wow, all the people who bought back then were total geniuses or any of this stuff. No, we just believed in the technology. We just saw the economic opportunity from investing in these different cryptocurrencies. And I think it's really important to do a lot of your own due diligence on these things, to find projects that you really like, to understand all the risks involved that, hey, maybe by investing in Elastos or Nexus or whatever, maybe they're going to go to almost zero. Could happen. I hope it doesn't happen, obviously. But then you might see your Cardano goes 50x, right? And so the money you might lose on one investment can easily go up on another investment. Now, right now, we have a situation where everything's basically following Bitcoin up and it's following Bitcoin down. When we actually see the markets mature to a greater level, we will see these cryptocurrencies actually breaking away from Bitcoin and forging their own paths. But we have not seen that yet, but we will see that at some time. Personally, I would be happy with some sideways action for like the next, 4, 5, 6 months. We may not get that wish. We may see moves back up to higher levels of where we were in the near future here. But I would not mind sideways action. It'd be a great time to accumulate more crypto while it's really cheap. Anyway, those are just my thoughts and a peek into what I'm thinking about with my portfolio and my investing currently. I would love to know your opinions. What are some cryptos that you are looking at buying at the moment? What are some cryptos that you think are great deals at the moment? And what are cryptos that you're not buying at the moment? And why? Let me know about it down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up on it. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel. If you want to know when I put out a new video, hit that notification bell down below. You guys are awesome. Long live blockchain. And peace out till next time.